read the title. I'm here to talk about how to get a bigger chest. So, probably just gonna go over my routine that I do in the gym to, get results and everything. So, I have a schedule that I do. So, my split looks like Monday, I do chest, back. Tuesday, I do arms, so biceps, triceps, and forearms. And then Wednesday, I'll do legs and shoulders. So for legs, just the entire leg, quads, hamstrings, calves, the main parts and everything. And then I'll also train shoulders. So we're gonna be focusing on the chest aspect of Monday. So what I will do is I'll walk into the gym and I'll begin my chest day first before my back day. And that's just how I like to do it because I prefer chest. And I will hit bench press first, or here lately I've been trying to do incline first. And I've been seeing, pretty good results with that. So, incline bench press or incline dumbbell press, whichever your preference is. I think I prefer incline bench press over incline dumbbell press, but I've done both. I've had results with both. Just, it's up to your preference. If you're trying to develop both pecs equally and make sure that you have balance, I would probably do incline chest press with incline dumbbell bench press with the dumbbells. That's what I would personally do anyway. I find that rep ranges between 8 and 12 are probably best. You can go a little higher. I wouldn't recommend going, with less reps on that side because you'll run into strength and endurance problems. You won't be able to, you might be able to put up a lot of weight for short reps and everything and few reps. And if that's your goal, perfect. But or at least I'm training to gain mass and strength, not just strength with like a power lifter. So incline bench press or incline dumbbell press, either one works fantastic. It's just up to preference. All right, go 2 or exercise 2. I like to do flat bench. So flat controlled bench. Keep in mind the entire way you want to go slow with the way up and even slower on the way down, probably 1 to 2, or the ratio of 1 to 2. So if it like 2 to 3 seconds to push, squeeze with your chest on the way up, you want to double that time, so it should take you 4 to 6 seconds on the way down. 6 seconds sounds really extreme, so I'd probably just go with the 4 seconds on the way down. So that's to really get in there. So muscle fibers, right, in your chest and anywhere on your body, they are interlinked like this. And how you get muscle growth is you whittle away at these fibers until they become more spaced, right? And they're like tearing, right? Micro tears, till they're almost completely apart. And then if you have sufficient protein intake, they'll become stronger and thicker, so they'll have even less gaps and they'll become bigger. And over time, over hundreds of workouts, you get massive, man. You get swole. So, as I was saying, for bench or a flat pressing movement, that could either be, when I first started, I had really, really insane results with just converging chest press. If you don't have that machine, that's okay. The plate loaded or the stack variant is fine. I personally stack variant, so I can just, do my drop sets and everything like that. So With your flat pressing movement, you're working like the mid and lower chest mainly. If you mess it up bad enough, I'm sure you can get something else in there, but mainly it's going to be your middle and lower. Definitely, like I was saying, the 1-to-2 ratio or something close like that. The more you train, the more you'll, pretty much you get it, have the timing spaced out. But for emphasis, slow and controlled, you squeeze on the way up. You don't drop it on your chest and then explode up. We're not power lifters, okay? They have their own thing. They're stronger than us, sure, but like most of them don't really have the physique to compare. So, and that's what I want. I want a good physique and strength. I don't want one or the other. So, like I was saying, flat pressing movement, you can do a whole lot of things. Do a little bit of research on that, but I like flat bench, so that's what I do. Flat bench, you set the bar up, everything. You know how a flat bench works, or you should know if you're watching this video. Thirdly, the third exercise that I do some kind of squeezing movement. So either pec deck or like cable crossovers. I do my own variant of that. It's kind of weird, but instead of coming over like this with cable crossovers, I like to lean forwards and drive with my chest instead of just, having like the cross. So I decided to add my own video and everything in here as I was talking about it, and you can see how I'm just mainly driving forward with my chest instead of coming together like a traditional cable crossover and everything like that. So like I said, this is my variant of it, and you don't have to necessarily do this. I just find it's better if I do this. Thirdly, our third, exercise for the chest day, I like to do either pec deck or cable crossovers, just a squeeze movement, essentially. Just to, really squeeze, break down the muscle fibers. I also use this as an exhaustion method if I don't already do an exhaustion set, which is something that I do. You don't have to do this. I don't know if there's really any study behind it, but one thing I struggle with in the gym is being sore. Ever. I'm never sore at all. It doesn't matter if it's chest day, arm day, leg day, never sore after a workout. Believe me, I train with probably too much intensity for, a natty, but I don't know. I get my 9 hours of sleep. I eat hella protein. I eat hella food. Recovery for me is just insane. So, like I said, I like doing a squeezing movement variant. So if I do cable crossovers, I do them a little differently than what you would expect from a normal cable crossover. So instead of being like a pec deck where I come together, right, I get them and I just like squeeze together, I like to lean over more, get the cables, and drive with my chest. Like I'll bring them together. I'll just drive with my chest completely. So instead of like a squeezing movement, it's a combination of a squeezing movement and a pushing movement. Some people might get confused when I say a squeezing movement because you're supposed to squeeze the muscle on every exercise. It doesn't really matter the body part, but I just find I get a better stretch and squeeze with these certain movements like pec deck and cable crossovers. So those are my 3 essential exercises for chest day. And you can do a lot of other things for chest and everything like that. I would recommend doing your research a little bit. That's what these videos are for. If you like the style of video, let me know. Hit the like and subscribe button, because I plan to do more this style of content and everything, making more informational videos and stuff like that instead of just purely workout videos, right? So I plan to be a teacher somewhat in this field because I feel like in my experience I've gained a lot of knowledge. I'm still not a professional, but from what I've done and what I've seen and helped others do, this has seemed to work for everyone. There is a little bit of a backstory, right? When I first started my journey, I got almost all of my friends on it as well, and we did a research. We pulled everything together, well, mainly me, but they did a bit of research as well. And we pulled everything together. We exchanged some notes, numbers, stuff like that. And this seems to work the best from studies, stuff like that. So, alright, well, I just wanted to put a little disclaimer in the video and everything. So, I am not a professional, mainly bro science if you can't tell. But this is what seemed to work for me and the people that I've helped, my friends and everything. I'm not a coach. I don't have any degrees or anything. Take everything with a grain of salt. So, if it works for you, amazing. My style is not going to work for every single person on the planet. Everyone's genetics are different. Everyone responds to training differently. You might respond better with a powerlifting style than a bodybuilding style. If you train heavy, a lot of people say that that's the magic in it. You have to train really, really heavy. You get really big. That works for them. I'm saying what works for me. There's no right or wrong style of training. It just depends on how you respond to the training. So I just wanted to put that in there and everything, just so take everything with a grain of salt that I say. This is also the first informational video that I've made, and I'm not quite used to being behind camera yet. I know I've made a crap ton of other videos and everything, but not really used to sitting in front of a camera like this. But the quality of the videos will improve over time, and I won't get, tripped up over my words and everything, and it'll be more cohesive, and actually you'll get the point of the video better over time. Just this was mainly an experimental video and everything, so I might make another version of this where, I go in better detail and I stop rambling so much about just random stuff. But if you did like this style of content, definitely let me know. I plan to do a lot more of it. I might go into depth with, self-improvement, stuff like that. I wouldn't really say looks maxing, but I've dipped my toes in it and everything. I don't have as much experience when it comes to looks maxing as I do everything else, but I might make some videos on that, what I would recommend people around my age do and everything. But yeah, if you did like the video and everything, definitely, let me know. Hit the like, subscribe, turn on notifications and everything so you get notified when I upload and everything, because I've definitely struggled a little bit with consistency and everything because I've had a lot going on and stuff within my own personal life that I'm not going to get into in this video. But yeah, it's been a bit of a struggle, but I want to make these videos and everything for guys out there that didn't necessarily have a role model or this information that they wish they had when they started out and everything. Because when I first started out, I didn't have as good of information as this. I had to really dig for it. But yeah,